On the edges of the Republican National Convention, a high-level panel discussion on international issues. In the audience, a delegation from the Republic of Georgia.
Whoever will be elected, we are absolutely confident that from both parties, Georgia will have a very strong support.
Support and access. The delegation met with both parties' campaigns. The short war in Georgia was fought with bullets and sound bites.
That Russians have violated every point of it.
They're going through really just killing people.
We have this small, tiny democracy under attack from its giant neighbor Russia.
In the early hours of the conflict, Georgia's English-speaking, U.S.-educated president, Mikhail Saakashvili, gave a stream of live interviews to international media outlets, including CNN.
We believe that we are not alone, that we will be free, but we'll be free because free world also wants us to be free.
Saakashvili pitched his message to a Western audience, using words like democracy and freedom. Moscow tried to counter that with daily Russian-language briefings by an army general. It took 3 weeks before Russia's top leaders agreed to interviews with Western reporters. Meanwhile, a flood of editorials, most of them critical of Russia, hit key U.S. newspapers. A new website appeared, sosgeorgia.org, critical of Russia and frequently hacked, supported, it said, by the Georgian government and a number of other unnamed sources. SOS Georgia placed a full-page ad in the Wall Street Journal linking Lenin and Stalin with Putin. Russia told its story in a supplement to the Washington Post. Both Georgia and Russia use high-powered Western PR agencies and lobbyists in their outreach to the government, the media, and the public. But Georgia, ever since its independence, has had deep friendships here in Washington among Democrats and Republicans. Randy Scheineman, for example, foreign policy advisor to Republican presidential candidate John McCain, was a paid lobbyist for Georgia. Senator Joe Biden, the Democratic Party's vice presidential candidate, made a fact-finding trip to Tbilisi, Georgia, shortly after the Georgian conflict ended. But Moscow, too, is trying to leverage its influence, according to the U.S. State Department's point person on Georgia and the region.
Russia has been pumping in millions and millions of dollars into PR firms and, of course, has all kinds of contacts and inroads throughout U.S. society, in the government, in business, in the banking sector. Russia is becoming a wealthier country. And so there are a lot of vested interests throughout this town on both sides of the aisle that would like to see the tension with Russia go away.
The fighting may have stopped, but both sides have their own arsenal of public relations spin ready to launch again. Jill Doherty, CNN, Washington.